In this video, I'm going to start with an analysis from scratch. We'll call it sample analysis. The data type will be contributions. I'll set criteria later if I want to, but I'll bind the analysis data. Most of these columns I don't need. I want to hide them. Just right click and choose hide the fields that you don't want, which in this case is most of them. Now we're going to drag the contribution data over here for our rows. You can sort this and you can filter it. Now we're going to drag the amount down here to data items. And this gives us a total amount. Okay. So we can also sort on that instead of this, but let's just leave it alone. And we want a column fields. Now we could use members, and this gives us a pivot table that way. If we go back to the chart, you'd see our members here in the legend and the amount given down here. Let's go back to the pivot though, and we're going to use fund name. Now we don't care about the members particularly. We're going to drag that out. And in fact, we won't hide this field. Now let's go back and look at our chart. Looks a little better. One thing I don't want to show is the column total, which will add those up. But just for each date, we'll get a total by the funds. So you have 0, 0. Here we have 2. They're side by side. 75 for one and 25 for another. If I go back and change this and hide the row grand total, it's a little different. We want the row total. We don't want that. So it's not bad, but I'm going to go to the chart wizard, make a few more changes. I'm trying to keep this a short video. First thing I'm going to do is I change the colors because I really don't like that look. This is better. Now again, we could change the chart type here to say a stacked bar. Let's do this. Now, for options, got labels visibility. This is blocked in. We're going to check it and check it again. And here's our labels. But let's go down and change the label formatting, which call it text pattern. And what I want to do is just add the value. And then there's a lot of formats you could use for data. For example, we want to use currency. So here you see C1, C0, and so on. After the V, inside of the parentheses, I want to choose C. If I do 0, whoops, it doesn't give any decimals. So we want to leave, for say just type 1 for the number of decimals after the C. It's just the portion of the cents. So we just leave it as currency and that will show both. And that's really much more what we wanted to do. I can also quickly add a title, selecting this and clicking plus. That adds the title here. I select it, I can change the chart title, and I'll say giving by, and I'm going to say designated fund, because that's really what it's about, what the members want their contributions to go to. Now click OK, we'll return to this chart, and I'll save and close it, and you come back at any time, bind the analysis data, and view or print either the pivot table or the chart. Again, I would also change this to be a landscape layout like this, and you could change the scale as well, say fit to one page, and there you go. Of course, you have options to email this, to just export it to a file, and so on. See, we have our title there, giving by designated fund. Demonstration of creating a sample analysis, pivot table, and chart from scratch. Now I may come back later and do more videos on this, but I believe the next video will be on using the model editor. So please come back when you can and watch more videos about Church Secretary for Windows